What if I told you that Canada wasn't always the country we know today, but instead, a collection of separate colonies trying to figure out how to work together? It wasn't easy, and it didn't happen overnight. The creation of Canada, called Confederation, came about through a series of meetings known as the Three Conferences. These conferences brought leaders together to plan, debate, and ultimately unite the colonies into one country. Today, we'll dive into the Charlottetown, Quebec, and London conferences to see how they shaped Canada's history. Brought to you by Super Simple Sheets. From coast to coast, worksheets that work. Discover the full range of what we offer at supersimplesheets.com. Section 1. The Charlottetown Conference, the surprise start. The journey to Confederation began at the Charlottetown Conference in 1864. Interestingly, this meeting wasn't even supposed to be about forming a country. The leaders of New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island originally planned to discuss a maritime union. But when politicians from the province of Canada, now Ontario and Quebec, heard about it, they asked to join. These unexpected guests brought a bold idea. Instead of a union of just the maritime colonies, why not unite all British colonies in North America? The leaders debated this big idea over dinners and even fancy boat trips. Although no formal decisions were made in Charlottetown, it was clear there was interest in exploring the proposal further. The Charlottetown Conference ended with a commitment to meet again, with leaders feeling cautiously optimistic about the possibilities. Section 2. The Quebec Conference. Where the details took shape. The second meeting, the Quebec Conference, also in 1864, was where things got serious. Leaders from the province of Canada, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and Newfoundland gathered to hammer out the details. Over several days, they debated how the new country would work. Should it be one big government or a mix of smaller governments? Should the provinces keep some powers? They eventually decided on a federal system, meaning provinces would have control over local matters like schools and hospitals, while a central government would handle bigger issues like defense and trade. They also created the 72 Resolutions, a document outlining how the new country would be run. Not everyone was thrilled with these plans. Prince Edward Island and Newfoundland didn't like the idea and decided not to join, at least not yet. But for the other colonies, this was a big step forward toward forming a new country. Section 3. The London Conference, making it official. The final step on the road to Confederation was the London Conference in 1866. Representatives from the province of Canada, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia traveled to Britain to finalize the agreement. The leaders worked with British officials to turn the 72 resolutions into a legal document called the British North America Act. This act would create the Dominion of Canada, uniting the colonies into one country while still keeping ties to Britain. On July 1st, 1867, the British North America Act became law, and Canada was officially born with 4 provinces: Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia. The London Conference wasn't as dramatic as the earlier meetings, but it was critical in turning all the plans and debates into reality. Conclusion. How the conferences shaped Canada. The story of Confederation is one of vision, debate, and compromise. The Charlottetown Conference sparked the idea, the Quebec Conference gave it structure, and the London Conference made it real. These 3 meetings created the foundation for a country that has continued to grow and evolve over the years. While it wasn't perfect, some provinces and territories joined later, and there were challenges with Indigenous peoples and French-English relations. Confederation marked the start of Canada's journey as a nation. So, next time you celebrate Canada Day, remember the bold leaders and big ideas that brought this country together. Thanks for watching. Simplify your teaching journey with Super Simple Sheets. Across Canada, we're known for our ready-to-use, curriculum-aligned worksheets. Dive into our educational solutions at supersimplesheets.com. Super Simple Sheets. From coast to coast, worksheets that work.